Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Imonie. If you'd like to see how I got this look, keep watching. Hey girl, hey, this is my girl Cash. She is my model for this look. So the first thing we're going to do is spoolie and fill in her brows using light strokes to create a line at the bottom and top of her brow and filling in the rest. The pencil that we're using is the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Now I'm going to take my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C13.5 on my Mud Makeup Designery flat brush, and I'm going to conceal her brows. After I'm done concealing the bottom half of her brows, I'm going to take a flat blending brush and just bring that concealer down. And I'm going to use e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige and tap that on her lid to create her base for her eyeshadow. The palette we're using is the Crayon Case Matte Book palette. We're going to use that orangey brown shade and tap it on her lid and blend it up. Next, we're going to use the James Charles Morphe palette. We're going to use that brown shade, tapping it into her crease. After we tap it into her crease, we're going to use the same eyeshadow that we used before from the Crayon Case. We're going to tap around the edge of the eyeshadow to blend it out. Next, we're going to take the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. We're going to tap that on her lid and blend it out using a medium shadow brush from Real Techniques. When blending out that concealer, you want to blend it around her eye socket, sort of like a cut crease, but without the cut. Next, you're going to take that beige shade at the top left of the palette and pat that all over that concealer base. Next, you'll see me taking the Crayon Case Small Shadow Blender Brush using the same brown shadow that we used from the Morphe James Charles palette, tapping it around the edge of that beige color to help blend it out more. And then we're going to go into the Crayon Case Matte Liner, Sharpie Liner, doing a small wing. And next I'm going to tape a wipe and just wiping off that remaining eyeshadow that fell on her face. And then I'm going to take some Pond's moisturizer and moisturize her face with. And then I'm going to take a e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and priming her face with it as well. I really like this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer because it adheres to the foundation and helps the foundation stays on longer. So it said that the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer is supposed to sit on the face for about 30 seconds before applying any foundation so it can work its magic best. So while that's said, I'm going to take the Colorpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Dark 58 and taking that flat brush again and concealing the top of her brows. The foundation we're going to use today is the Maybelline New York Superstay Foundation in the shade 370 Deep Bronze. And I'm going to put that all over her face using a e.l.f. foundation brush. And I'm also going to spray the e.l.f. Plus Glow Dewy Mist all over her face to help the foundation move. I'm going to blend out her foundation using the Instapot face brush from Real Techniques. Y'all, this is the best brush ever to have. Like, if you don't have this brush, you need to get this brush because this is a game changer. No cap. So I'm going to go back in with the Colorpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Dark 58 and putting that around her mouth and under her eyes to help blend the concealer into her foundation and to color correct. So next I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Tan and highlighting under her eyes, her forehead, and also over her brows, her nose, and her chin. To contour, I'm going to use a BlackOpal True Color foundation stick in the color Ebony Brown and contour the side of her face, her nose, and her forehead. After I blend out some of her contour, I'm going back in with the Instapot Real Technique brush and patting over her contour and her concealer to make sure that it blends flawlessly. And then I'm going to take a beauty blending sponge and finish blend out the rest of that concealer. And when I'm done blending out the rest of her concealer, I'm going to take the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Medium to carve out her contour and also set her concealer. To set her contour, I'm going to use the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette from Dark Deep on a Real Technique setting brush and just blending that contour up. After setting in her contour, I'm going to use the foundation brush to pat in that setting powder to increase the wear of her foundation. To bring color back into her skin, I'm going to use blush from the Watch Me Blush palette by the Crayon Case in the shades Cranberry and Berries. So I didn't have the NYX White Jumbo Liner Pencil, so I opt for the NYX White Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to put that in her waterline to make her eyes pop. And then I'm going to go over that wet liner with the NYX Professional Makeup Black Liner. And then I'm going to pop some lashes on her. If you're interested in these lashes, I got these from the beauty supply store. I'll have it listed in the description box for you. To line her lips, I'm going to use a regular dark brown pencil, and for color, I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap. And the next lip that I'm going to use is from Wet n Wild in the shade Sin Nudes. And on top of that, I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. So y'all, I'm saving my favorite part for last, which is highlighting. So the highlighter I'm using is from Glow Up Academy by Kiki Adams in the shade Glow Sis. Y'all, look at that. Like, that is so pretty. Her highlight looks so buttery. Looks really good. For a little color under her eyes, I'm going to go back into that brown shade from the Morphe James Charles palette and tap that under her eyes. And then afterwards, I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This spray all over her face. To give a little pop to her eyes, I'm going to use the Glow Up Academy pigment called Twinkle and pop that in her inner corner. So y'all, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for supporting my channel. If you made it to the end, you're a real one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and follow our social media handles. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.